If people check out what you're doing once, but then they don't come back again, it's usually not because they didn't like it. It's usually because you didn't give them a reason to return. Now, this can be confusing when you're putting real effort into what you're building. You might host something or post something or share something very meaningful. And people will show up, but then they only show up once. And then it feels quiet again. Now, that doesn't mean that you failed, okay? It usually means the connection wasn't strong enough yet to create that continuity. I've seen this happen many times while working on building spaces, events, and content meant to bring people together. Everything would go very well in the moment. The experience made sense. People listened, participated, even expressed a lot of interest. But afterwards, there wasn't a natural path for them to stay connected. So they went back to their natural routines. Nothing pulled them back, nothing draw them back to what I was doing. And that's when I began paying attention to what actually creates returned behavior. People don't return because something was good. They return because they feel a part of something ongoing. A one-time experience creates attention. An ongoing experience creates community. If people don't see how they fit into what happens next, they're going to treat it like a completed event instead of a continuing relationship. Think about the difference between attending something and belonging to something. When you attend, you just show up, you participate, and then you leave. When you belong, you expect to return. Brands that build trust focus on that second feeling. They create rhythm, they create familiarity, and they create reasons to come back time and time again. I've noticed that when there is a clear continuation, another conversation after the fact, another moment, another step, right? People naturally stay involved, not because they're asked to, but because it feels like the story isn't finished yet and they want to continue. That sense of continuation builds trust over time. Many brands unintentionally treat every interaction like a standalone moment, but relationships don't grow in isolated moments. They grow through repeated connection over time. If you want people to return, give them something to return to, a rhythm that they recognize, a space that feels familiar, a reason to stay connected beyond that one connection, that one interaction. Consistency creates that environment. Over time, it turns into visitors and into participants. This doesn't require doing more. It only requires thinking longer term. Instead of asking, how did this perform, right? Ask, how does this continue? That small shift changes how you design experiences, how you design your content and your conversations. You begin building relationships instead of moments. Now, people don't come back because something was impressive. They come back because it felt meaningful enough to continue. Community is built in the return, not the first visit. Trust grows when people know they are welcome to come back again and again. Okay? Now, if you're working on building something people want to return to, make sure to subscribe to the channel, friends, so you don't miss the next episode. I truly appreciate your support, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, then like and subscribe to support Brand Impact 365 with LaMorvielle. And if you are struggling with your brand impact, then watch the next video.